Dhananjay Yashwant Chandrachud, D.Y. Chandrachud, will soon take over as the 50th Chief Justice of India. In fact, he would take over on 9th of November 2022. And in recent times, he will be the judge who will have the longest tenure. He'll have close to 2 years as the CJI. Actually, it was his father, Y.V. Chandrachud, who holds the record for being the longest serving CJI of India. He was appointed CJI in 1978 and he continued up till 1985. Hi, my name is Sailesh Fernandez. I am Academic Director at Fortune IAS Academy and welcome to Fortune IAS Masterclass. Today, we'll be dealing with the Collegium System. So, before we go into the evolution of the Collegium System, let's look at Article 124. Article 124 of the Constitution says that the President shall appoint the judges of the Supreme Court after consulting the Supreme Court. Now, would the word consultation mentioned in Article 124 mean only consultation or would it mean concurrence? This question was posted before the Supreme Court in what is called S.P. Gupta versus the Union of India case, popularly called as the first judge's case. Now, before going into the case law and the opinion rendered by the Supreme Court, let's look at what happened in 1973. In 1973, A.N. Ray was appointed by the President of India in spite of the fact that he was not the senior most and in spite of the fact that he shouldn't have been appointed the CJI. Then in 1977, something of the same nature repeated when Honorable Justice Hamidullah Beg took the position of the CJI in place of Honorable Justice H.R. Khanna. So instances like these were the reasons behind posting the question to the Supreme Court. And in the first judge's case, the Supreme Court said that the word consultation mentioned in Article 124 only means a consultation and it does not amount to concurrence, which meant that the executive led by the President of India had complete authority over the appointment of the judges of the Supreme Court. It also had the authority to transfer the judges of the Supreme Court of India. In 1993, in what is called the second judge's case, the same question came up before the Supreme Court. But here, the answer was quite different from the first time. Here, the Supreme Court said that the judgment or the opinion given to the President of India with regards to appointment of the judges shall be binding on the President of India, which meant that the word consultation mentioned in Article 124 actually meant concurrence. But the Supreme Court also added that any opinion with regards to appointment to the Supreme Court, if it is given to the President of India, such an opinion given by the CJI should be after consulting two senior most judges of the Supreme Court. One more thing added by the second judge's case was how the Supreme Court clarified that only the senior most judge of the Supreme Court could be appointed as the Chief Justice of India. With this clarification, scenarios like the one that we saw in 1973 wherein Justice A.N. Ray was appointed in spite of the fact that he was not the senior most would not be repeated. So with this, the collegium system started to evolve. So what is the collegium system? The very system wherein the CJI, after consulting two senior most judges, gives an opinion and how that opinion is like a concurrence and is binding on the President of India. This is where the collegium system develops. So the collegium after the second judge's case consisted of the Chief Justice of India and two senior most judge of the Supreme Court. Then in 1998, the third judge's case would come up before the Supreme Court. Here, the Supreme Court would expand the collegium and would clarify how the opinion given to the President of India by the CJI had to be after consulting four senior most judges of the Supreme Court in place of two. And this is how the collegium system further expanded. This happened in 1998. But in 2014, the government came up with the 99th Constitutional Amendment Act, which sought to replace the collegium system, which had evolved thanks to the judiciary, with what is called the National Judicial Appointments Commission, popularly called the NJAC or NJAC. But in 2015, the very 99th Amendment Act that provided for National Judicial Appointments Commission and the NJAC Act was struck down as unconstitutional by the Honorable Supreme Court in what is called the fourth judge's cases, which meant that in spite of the fact that the government tried to replace the collegium system, the entire thing went back to the very collegium system. So that was the video. So until we meet next time, thank you, bye bye and take care.